This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, we take a look at the Algie family who have been associated with the Clutha Leader for over 140 years. Pupils from Invercargill's Verdon College look to dominate the stage at the Smoke-Free Rock Quest Southland Finals this week. And more than 120 people battle for supremacy in the Carlson Gracie New Zealand Jiu-Jitsu tournament in Queenstown. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. A circle has been neatly rounded for One Otago family after the recent acquisition of the Clutha Leader by the Otago Daily Times. The Algie family name has long been associated with newsprint in South Otago, with a history stretching back almost 140 years.
Reminiscing on the golden age of newspapers, Balclutha woman Penny Robertson reflects on her family's association with the town's paper, the Clutha Leader, recently acquired by the Otago Daily Times.
Well, we were all very pleased to know that it was going to continue because the people in South Otago depend on the Clutha Leader and they look forward to it. And it's very important to them to have it, to have their news so they can read it.
Penny's father, David Algie, began in the newspaper business in the 1880s and wrote for the Clutha Leader well into his 70s. She says being the daughter of a prominent South Otago newsman had its thrills, but was simply a part of life.
Well, he was always very busy, and when we heard the typewriter going, we never ever went into the room because it wasn't a good idea to interrupt him.
But there were expectations of discretion in the small town as well.
We always knew everything that was going on, as I said to you, but we never repeated anything outside the house because you didn't do that.
And she says she's delighted the paper that's played such a prominent part in her family's life is set to continue for the foreseeable future. In Balclutha, The South Today.
Dunedin residents are being urged to put on a warm welcome for the All Blacks in France when they arrive in the city next week. The All Blacks are scheduled to arrive at Dunedin International Airport at 5:30 on Sunday evening, with the French team not arriving until Thursday night. The Dunedin City Council is encouraging fans to get dressed up and head out to the airport to welcome both teams. Kapa haka groups and pipe bands will greet the squads on arrival. The two sides are set to clash in the third test at Forsyth Bar Stadium on June the 23rd. Pupils from Invercargill's Verdon College will be dominating the stage at the Smoke-Free Rock Quest Southland Finals this week. A push from the school's music department has seen more pupils than ever step forward for the competition.
I put my trust in you.
Verdon College pupil Gabriel Lal only realised his musical abilities in the past 2 years. But the 17-year-old is already advancing his music career, with the hopes his first performance in the Smoke-Free Rock Quest Finals will take him one step closer to his dream.
Performing, singing, being a musician is what I want to do. So it's a good experience for me. Even if I don't win anything, it's a great opportunity for not only me, but lots of people that are in school.
Lal is one of 8 acts entering the competition for Verdon College, a big jump on previous years, which saw just 1 or 2 acts performing. He says the push came from having such a passionate music teacher.
Our music teacher, she is the one that's pushed me the most to perform. She set up gigs for me. She's been really, really supportive, so it's great to have her.
I tried to say to them that it's really great to have a purpose with what you're doing with your schoolwork, and so instead of just writing it for the sake of getting some credits, let's give it a real reason to be doing this.
Jarman said the competition was a great learning curve for the pupils and a chance to get them into the public eye.
It gets kids from all different schools together, so you have Southland, the region is open to students as far out as Menzies College and Central Southland as well, so it's cool for kids to see what students are doing at other schools. Yeah, and for them to get a platform for people to hear their music. You never know who's going to be there, so.
The Verdon College pupils will perform their original songs on Friday night, taking on pupils from 8 other Southland schools. The Smoke-Free Rockwest Southern Final will be held at Centre Stage on Friday from 7 p.m. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Despite a thaw in temperatures, there were 3 crashes reported in the Wakatipu on Sunday. Queenstown Police Sergeant Kate Peravano says an abandoned car was found on its roof by a roading contractor about 1:45 in the morning, blocking the southbound lane of State Highway 6 near the Devil's Staircase. The Southland registered car was allegedly stolen and had apparently rolled after hitting the rock face. Alcohol was suspected to be the cause of the crash, as there were many alcohol bottles at the scene. Sergeant Peravano says it's very irresponsible for the driver to leave the vehicle blocking a lane in the middle of the night. The cream of the jiu-jitsu crop was in action at a tournament in Queenstown on Sunday. More than 120 members of the Queenstown Club and affiliated Wanaka and Invercargill clubs competed across 9 divisions.
A bit close for comfort, just one of dozens of submission matches in Queenstown over the weekend as part of the Carlson Gracie New Zealand in-house jiu-jitsu tournament.
Everyone wants to do a hobby, wants to get out of a not very active lifestyle or to someone who is changed from another sport to a very high-level competitor, so everyone is really welcome here.
The Brazilian martial art is focused on grappling and submissions. 56 adults took to the mat on Sunday, while more than 50 children competed on Saturday.
Keep doing as professional as possible, and we've got a good level here for anyone who comes and trains. So everyone who comes here is really happy with what we're doing, and it's just going to grow more and more, I reckon, yeah.
Gomez says the tournament's a warm-up for the regionals and nationals in the coming months, but he's always on the lookout for new talent.
It's quite a safe sport and it's very practical, so if you do need to use it in a real situation, you'll be ready to, because we practice all very effective techniques here.
The club's done well at both in previous years and it continues to grow. In Queenstown, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today. The popular Dunedin event, the Vogel Street Party, is postponed this year so organisers can ensure it stays innovative and relevant. And members of the Queenstown and Southern Lakes Highland Pipe Band serenade a special 92-year-old Wanaka woman.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. We've got a deal for you. We bought a huge bulk order from Lee Stretch Moleskin. So comfortable, nice stretchy fabric, and they're in 6 colours. And the deal, $20 off a pair, or if you buy 2 pair or more, $25 off a pair.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
That's Alex Campbell Menswear, South Dunedin, Cromwell and Mosgiel.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysPlumbing.co.nz. If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Shop on Carroll and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Free heart transmission. Please open your heart. Chi is flowing freely. Chi is nourishing. Chi is loving. Call Sunny Chin for peace in your heart.
Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Being a big softie takes training. I've gone to great lengths to become even softer while still being strong and reliable. The new me is bigger and softer than ever. Cotton Softs. Softness and strength you can trust.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
Bowel cancer is the second highest cause of cancer death in New Zealand.
And New Zealand's got a higher rate of bowel cancer than many other Western countries, so it's a major issue.
Because it's one of those areas of the body that we don't talk about often enough.
It is one of those silent killers almost, that if it strikes and if you develop symptoms, sometimes it's too late.
Dunedin's top football on Channel 39, Saturdays at 7, Sundays at 2 and Tuesdays at 3:30.
Welcome back. A Cobden early childhood teacher who is HIV positive and recently lost her job says she has no regrets about telling staff and still loves Greymouth. Gail Jonker was fired from her job as a manager of Learning Adventures Daycare in Cobden on the 89th day of her 90-day employment trial. The sacking comes a month after she told staff she was appearing in an upcoming article about living with HIV. Jonker told the Greymouth Star she's received a lot of support since the first article about her sacking broke in the national media over the weekend. She's received an offer of help from a student studying law and is considering whether to take her case to the Employment Relations Authority. Popular Dunedin event the Vogel Street Party has been postponed. The event's trustees say they want to take a pause this year to reconsider how the event should be staged to stay innovative and relevant. Beginning in 2014, the October Street Party in the city's Warehouse district drew 5,000 people to the first event. Crowd numbers peaked at 20,000 2 years ago, while last year's rain-sodden event still managed to attract 10,000 people. In a statement, the Vogel Street Party Trust says the decision isn't about funding. They say they want to ensure the event doesn't become boring or second-rate. Kiwibank and New Zealand Post have announced they're closing 4 joint branches around Dunedin. The South Dunedin, Moray Place, Dunedin North and Mosgiel New Zealand Post and Kiwibank branches are the ones affected. In a statement, Kiwibank says it's opening a standalone banking branch in the Dunedin CBD. It says the 4 Kiwibank and New Zealand Post branches will continue as usual until postal partner businesses are secured. The confirmation comes after South Dunedin Business Association Chairman Craig Waterhouse launched an online petition to lobby for the retention of New Zealand Post and Kiwibank services in King Edward Street. A 92-year-old Wanaka woman has been serenaded on her front porch by members of the Queenstown and Southern Lakes Highland Pipe Band. The band was playing tribute to Shona Johnson, who not only donated kilts to the band but also designed the tartan they're made from.
An early morning bagpipe serenade for Wanaka resident Shona Johnston. Local pipe band members proudly wearing their new tartan kilts for the first time, designed and created by Mrs. Johnston, who has a long history of weaving and working with textiles. Band member Roddy Maxwell says the tartan's design is inspired by the local scenery.
The tartan's it's based on the colours of Central Otago, blue for the sky and the mountains and the burnt off tussock lands. So her and Hilary designed it over a period of time, and it's come to fruition. They've had it woven, and now we're wearing them.
Both the band and the tartan will make their international debut in Shanghai later this year when they attend a Chinese music festival in front of an estimated TV audience of 50 million people.
Middle of September we're heading to Shanghai for the Shanghai Music Festival, which is an honour to be invited by the Chinese people.
The band will be joined in China by other cultural performers from Wanaka.
It's a total of about 58 of us going. It's the pipe band, the Kapahaka group, the Buckingham Bells from Arrowtown, and some Highland dancers, and all the chaperones and other members of the band, supporters, so it's going to be really good.
The band will be one of several pipe bands from around the world to perform at a prestigious festival. In Wanaka for the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, parents and students call for traffic signals to be added to the pedestrian crossing near Kaikoura Valley College after a student was hit by a truck. And we have tomorrow's weather for you.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent. And where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Step into Shop on Carrot and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysplumbing.co.nz.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. We got a deal for you. We bought a huge bulk order from Lee Stretch Moleskin. So comfortable, nice stretchy fabric, and they're in 6 colours. And the deal, $20 off a pair, or if you buy 2 pair or more, $25 off a pair.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
That's Alex Campbell Menswear, South Dunedin, Cromwell and Mosgiel.
Free heart transmission. Please open your heart. Chi is flowing freely. Chi is nourishing. Chi is loving. Call Sunny Chin for peace in your heart.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
Join us! 7 p.m. Saturdays, 2 p.m. Sundays, 3:30 Tuesdays. Oakley's off the bar.
Bowel cancer is the second highest cause of cancer death in New Zealand.
And New Zealand's got a higher rate of bowel cancer than many other Western countries. So it's a major issue.
Because it's one of those areas of the body that we don't talk about often enough.
It is one of those silent killers almost, that if it strikes and if you develop symptoms, sometimes it's too late.
Thanks for staying with us. The Highlanders and the Chiefs will face off in the opening game of next season's Super Rugby competition. SANZAAR have confirmed the 2019 draw, which begins on the 15th of February. The Highlanders will play 8 home and away games and have 2 byes over the 18-round competition. Following their road trip to Hamilton, the team return home in round 2 to play the Reds, with home games against all the other New Zealand clubs, as well as the Waratahs, Bulls and Jaguars. There will be no June break next year, and the final is scheduled for the first weekend in July. Dates and venues will be confirmed in October. Parents and students are calling for traffic signals to be added to a pedestrian crossing near Kaikorai Valley College. The outcry comes after a pupil was hit by a truck yesterday morning. Police were called to the incident in which a main freight truck hit a teenage pupil in a Kaikorai Valley Road near the intersection with Bryant Street. It appears the boy was hit while on a pedestrian crossing and thrown a significant distance. Classmates of the boy are supporting a call for traffic lights to be added to the road. Kaikorai Valley College Principal Rick Gerlofs says it's the first incident in his 6 years at the school, and he believes cars travel too fast in the area. He also supports the idea of adding traffic lights to the crossing. The Dunedin City Council says it will revisit the idea of lights. And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South today. We took a look at the Algie family, who have been associated with the Clutha leader for over 140 years. Pupils from Invercargill's Verdon College look to dominate the stage at the Smoke-Free Rock Quest Southland Finals this week. And more than 120 people battled for supremacy in the Carlson Gracie New Zealand Jiu-Jitsu tournament in Queenstown. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig Page. What have you got for us in tomorrow's paper?
Good evening. Yeah, an interesting story out of Queenstown, which is I'm sure is going to cause plenty of debate. At tomorrow's QLDC meeting, they're discussing plans for the town's spatial framework, which basically means it's future-proofing. They're talking about spending something like $385 million over the next decade, upgrading the mall and the new council buildings. But the interesting thing is that stage 2 of their plans is to look at transport options, and one of the options they're talking about is creating a gondola between the Queenstown centre and the airport. So that's bound to cause a bit of interest. The mind boggles really with it. They're saying, on a busy day up to 70,000 people can be in the resort, and they're obviously having the transporting issues which have been well publicised.
Well, there's only one way in and one way out, so they can't really expand that road.
Yeah,
anymore.
That's right. But you would think the consent's involved in getting something like that through Queenstown. It's also a flight path, of course, as well. So there must be lots of things they're going to have to climb before they even get.
I don't know how they'd get it past that flight path actually, because they haven't got much of an option. When you come into Queenstown, you sort of just come in and drop down.
Yeah, you
basically.
sort of look out the window of the aircraft and there's the mountain.
And there's the mountain.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting debate. I mean, obviously people are trying to move forward and look at innovative ways to get this done, but there's going to be lots of hurdles to climb as well, I think.
I'm sure it will make for interesting reading in future papers.
It certainly will. We're also talking about transport, looking at the highways in Dunedin. Of course, running through central Dunedin, we've got the one-way north, one-way south, but with the new hospital getting built, in the next decade, they're concerned that both highways are going to run out the front and back of the hospital, heavy traffic, lots of transport. So they're kind of looking at ways that they might be able to remedy that. Previously talked about possibly putting the main highway on the other side of the railway lines, but they've now discounted that as an option. So they're going back to the drawing board really and sort of looking at what alternatives they can find.
It'll be interesting. I'm sure some people will have some brilliant suggestions they might want to send in.
Yeah, well, they're talking about two-lane traffic as an option again, so it's going to sort of step back in time really, but we'll see what happens as that develops over the next few years. On our fresh pages, we've got Alliston Gofton giving us some interesting cooking tips for beetroot. My tip for beetroot would be not to grow it in the first place. And
mine's not to handle it with your bare hands because it stains.
Yeah, exactly. And on the sporting front, the interesting thing on Auckland on Friday where the Black Ferns, the New Zealand women's team, were all given a capping ceremony dating back for 20 years when they first won the World Cup. So all those early Black Ferns have been given their caps, and a strong Otago presence, something like 20 women who had represented Otago at some times in their careers were part of that. And a good time, it's come a long way, women's rugby. It was a bit of a run around back in those days, and now they're professional athletes themselves on contracts, and this has become a really good thing, and it's something they're going to continue over the next few years. So nice to see them getting some well-earned rewards.
Yeah, it's lovely to see them recognised like that. They certainly have put in the hours and the training.
Oh, they certainly do.
Yeah,
full-time athletes, so they deserve some sort of compensation for that.
Wonderful, thank you for that. And you can catch all of that in tomorrow's ODT. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Today's southern view is of the snowy hills behind Lake Wanaka. Looking at the situation, the easterly airflow will bring some rain to the Otago coast tomorrow, but it will be mostly dry weather elsewhere. Looking at the weather coming to the southern towns, Balclutha and Catlins can expect moderate easterlies, cloudy skies with a high of 8. Gore and Lumsden are in for light northeasterlies with some high cloud and a high of 11. Looking at what's in store further west, Alexandra, Queenstown and Wanaka are in for moderate easterlies with cloudy skies and a high of 7. Te Anau sees light northeasterlies with some high cloud and a double-digit high of 11. Looking at the forecast for the northern towns along the coast, Timaru and Oamaru can expect moderate southerlies with rain and a high of 9. Oamaru and Twizel are in for moderate easterlies with cloudy skies and a high of 7. In Dunedin, it will be cloudy tonight with an overnight low of 7. There will be heavy cloud cover and periods of rain tomorrow with moderate cool easterly winds. The temperature varies with a high of 9 and an overnight low of 8. The clouds should break on Thursday, bringing increasing sunny periods with light southwesterlies, a high of 10 and a low of 8. And in Invercargill, it will be fine tonight with an overnight low of 6. Tomorrow brings sunny periods and high cloud with a high of 12 and 7, and then Thursday sees the sunny periods with high cloud continue with moderate northeasterlies and a high of 13, but those clear skies bringing a frosty overnight low of 2. And that's our news for this Tuesday. For the latest news from the southern region, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube and at channel39.co.nz. I hope you have a great evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.